Home from a trip and get it ready to go again. I got the oil change in the Subaru, and now I'm washing the Scamp. I'll show you what I use to wash her with. That's what I use right there, and it works really good. As you can see, it gets all the grime out of her. I've gotten this side here washed, but I got 3 more sides to wash. I just take it little by little. I mean, if I get one side washed today, I'll do one side, but you know, as long as it's cool, I don't mind washing. But when it's hot, I'm too old to be out here washing a camper. So I'll probably do this side and the back side and the front side, and I'll leave the passenger side or the door side with tomorrow. But yeah, this is what I do every time I come home, because I know if I put a good wash on it, it's got gel coat on it, and if the gel coat's real chalky, I'll go ahead and wax her up and get her looking sharp again. But yep, this is the first step I do. The next step will be inside the camper, cleaning her up real good, washing all the beddings and all that good stuff, but one step at a time. Okay, this video is about what I do when I come home from a long trip, what I do to prepare the camper to go back out. First thing I'll do, as y'all can see in the prior video, that, you know, before I started sitting down talking, was I wash the camper up real good. What I do, I'll wash it, and then if it needs a gel coat, I'll polish her up real good and take it from there. But if you keep your gel coat built up on your camper, it really keeps it from getting dull and chalky looking, which I just don't care for that look. Plus, I don't feel like the camper shell is protected if you don't keep a good heavy gel coat on it. Okay, second thing I do is, after I do the outside, I come on the inside, and I'll strip everything out of the whole camper, all the curtains, all my bed linens. Yeah, he wants attention whenever I'm talking. All my bed linens I'll strip. Everything I'll strip it, take to the laundromat, wash them real good, and I'll come back in the camper before I put the curtains and the beddings back in, and I'll wipe everything down, especially the cabinets and the doors, because if you get stains on the doors and you don't get your doors clean here and there, next thing you know, you're not going to be able to get your camper clean at all. And then I wash the floor up real good, and yeah, I just clean like the AC unit. It's got a filter in it, so I'll take the filter out and clean that up real good. As far as my max fan, I'll take the screen cover off of that and clean that real good. Most of the time, I just use soap and water for this stuff, and then the fan blades, I'll just clean them with Clorox, and I put it all back together. I recently had to replace the coaxial and the feed plug for my TV, so I keep an eye on everything. Basically, I check everything over again and make sure everything's in working order and everything. I make sure I got propane to go back out with. I always try to keep 2 full tanks, because you never know when, especially if you're out west, you never know when you're gonna need heat. So I make sure I have propane. Then what I'll do, I make sure I have all my lights running, because that's very important, especially on a Scamp, because if you get hit from the behind, you go crack the shell. So I make sure all my running lights are real good and everything, and then I start packing it up. Depending on where I'm going and what I need is depending on what I put in the car. You know, another thing about my Subaru, I make sure the front brakes are always good, because that's what mostly stops this trailer, is your front brakes. So, you know, most of the time when I come home, especially I've been on the road for, you know, close to a year, the first thing I have to do is put brakes on the car. He's always got to be the center of attention, as you can tell. And I'll clean the car up real good, and you know, and as I repack it, if I'm going out west, I always take my generator with me. I always take a 1800 watt power pack to run my refrigerator freezer in my car, and I'll keep a 1200 watt in the camper, and that's what I cook on, and of course make my coffee every morning. I gotta have my coffee. But other than that, it's mostly just common knowledge of what I've done in the past. Take solar panels, take my generator, take my gas can, take whatever I know will need. I'll usually go through and repack my clothes. If I have any dirty clothes, I'll get them cleaned up same time I get my bedding done. But yeah, I just wanted to fill y'all in a little bit on what I do before I head back out. And then yeah, you know, after I'll make a checklist before I'll do my final walkthrough of the camper to make sure I got everything loaded.
I'll make a checklist of what I need and what I don't need, because I don't like carry any extra weight if I don't have to. So anything I feel like I've had in the car or the camp before and I haven't used while I was out, I'll take that out and just, you know, forget that. But yeah, you know, it's mostly just you learn as you go in this situation. I mean, it's no down pat way to do it. You just kind of just, you know, learn as you go. I mean, that's what I've done. I've learned as I've gone. It's been 6 years now. I've really enjoyed it. But yeah, that's my update. I hope to be going out in the next week or so, heading out west. My game plan is stop in South Custard State Park and visit with a friend, and then go over to Denver and visit with another friend I met out in New Mexico, and hopefully we'll make it into Montana and Wyoming this year, because I've always wanted to go there. But then by the end of June, I'd like to go to a rally they're having over in Oregon, a Scamp rally. I'd like to go to that. See how pretty he's a ham when it comes to camera. But anyway, that's the game plan. So if y'all want to travel along with me and follow us on a journey, come along, follow us on a journey. If you enjoy my videos, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to sponsor my channel or travels, I put the links in below the description of all my videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.